Welcome to Old Iron Machine Works. This is part 2 of beefing up my new trailer. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, you may want to jump back and watch it first. I'm picking up where I left off on part 1, where I'm cutting a plate to go up underneath of the compartment to store chains and straps and stuff. Here I got it ready to go ahead and skip weld around it. And this little gap there, I'll leave most of that gap there just so water doesn't build up, has a way to drain out. If you've seen part 1, originally this is the bottom and it had expanded metal in there. And every time you'd put a chain or something in there, the links would want to hang up in the holes of the expanded metal. Okay, back at the trailer. As I pointed out before, we got 4-inch channel every other one. I've already cut that center one out, and since it's over the axles, I'm going to replace that with another 4-inch. I went to the scrapyard this morning and it was much cheaper to buy used, so I bought some 3-inch channel. And now I'm going to cut this out. This is just some angle iron. It's really not adding any strength to it at all. Well, I can't say at all, but it's not real strong. So I'm going to cut that out, cut that, and cut that. These here, that one, and the one on the end, I'll replace with 3-inch channel. And then this one will be another 4-inch channel. And the stuff that I have, I scrounged one piece of 4-inch here, and then at the scrapyard, I did have to pay 55 cents a pound for it, which came out, I think it was like $17 each. But what are you gonna do? You know, price of steel right now. But it's some good Bethlehem, USA channel, so I think 3-inch is going to be a huge improvement over what was already there. Okay, I got all that angle all torched out of there, and everything that's coming out is out. Now it's ready to put the other pieces of channel in. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, they did not weld anywhere on the bottom of the 1/4-inch diamond plate. They just set it on top and welded all the way around it. You know, well, there's so much strength to be had by going around and welding some of the corners and tack welding across. And But right now you can see the gap between the diamond plate and the channel. So what I want to do is get it cleaned up, pull the diamond plate tight up against the channel, and start putting some skip welds around it. Okay, I got most of all the crud kind of vacuumed up. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of pry each section here, blow all the crud out so there's no dingleberries or stuff from the torch that's underneath it, and then I'll use the mag drill to actually suck it up when I tack it. Okay, I tried the mag drill and it was popping loose. It didn't have quite enough power. I probably could have ground some of the rust off, but I thought since I had a forklift right here, I just put the forks in underneath there and just use the forks to pick it up. And I'm ready to just kind of skip weld across here right now. Now my plan with the mag drill was to put the magnet down on the diamond plate deck and then put the chuck up on top of the channel and then just use it as a little press, but the magnet, you know, wasn't quite strong enough and kept popping loose. Okay, once I use the needle skeller on the rusted metal, the wire machine actually burns them pretty nice. Oh, let's see here. No Instagram welds, but nobody will ever see him on the bottom of the trailer. But actually it makes it so much stronger by tying these channel cross members into this diamond plate. Now I just got 2 more before I put in the other cross members. Okay, that's the gap right there that I want to close up, and I got a sawhorse under there, and I'm just going to let it down and just have the weight of it close it up. Right there. No gap. I had a comment in one of my videos about me using hand gestures and sometimes not talking too much. If it was up to me, I wouldn't talk at all. But I'm trying to give enough information so somebody can follow along. And I do want people to be able to, just watch. And a lot of times you can learn a lot just by watching. Where somebody doesn't have to talk too much. Got the other 4-inch channel in there. So everything under the axles is pretty stout. The 3-inch channel, one there, and there. But it's been a long day, and I'm starting to lose daylight. So I'm going to call it a day. Okay, here we got the 3-inch channel fitted up, and now just ready to burn some wire. Whoever built this missed those seams right there, and they never got welded up. And for me to just butt weld it right now, I'm going to weld a strap to it, which is much stronger. And it's on the bottom anyway, so you're not going to see it anyway. And I'm kind of going for strength. Here I took some 1/2-inch strips and just drilled and tapped them for 1/2-inch coarse thread. And then they'll just sandwich. The bolts will go right through, screw into and then they'll sandwich on both sides. Trying to put a bolt all the way through, you would just want to squeeze in and collapse it. Whenever possible, when you're using a plasma and part material, you can like slide a barrel or something under it just to kind of catch it. It makes the job so much nicer. I decided to weld some more plate to the bottom to give me a little bit more room to put some blocks and chains and more straps. And here I'm just fitting up a piece of 2-inch angle iron that'll give me something to weld the the plate to. Alright, here I'm doing a little electrical light work, and while I had it upside down I welded different, there's a piece of I think that was 3/8 pipe, but I welded some tubing up underneath that I can run some of my cables and stuff through, and of course soldered connections. I do not like any kind of crimp connections on a trailer. I try to solder everything I can, and and there's a junction block. I have one main cord from the tongue all the way to the back, and then I come off of the back. You can see some of the cable that I used, running through some of the tubing, and once again made all my soldered connections. Yeah, the only heat shrink I had was actually too big, so I cut some rubber hose, put it over the soldered joint, and then I put the heat shrink over it. This is a little junction box that I put together that goes clear at the back of the trailer. And I have one main harness that goes all the way to it, and then I just go off of it to the lights and then the brakes. Now where I'm pointing, those wires there will go right up to the axle for the electric brakes. And then they got a wire running through the axle tube to the other side to operate the brakes. Right here is showing a section that I missed. It must have been a long day. I was tired, and so I just got to run around and weld that up. Okay, I got that welded up that I missed before, and it's ready to take out and flip back over and start working on fenders. You can never have too many tie downs, so I'm welding on a bunch of D-rings. Those other tie downs they put on there, they're not too bad, but the D-rings are so much stronger. And I do plan on wanting to be able to haul my tractors on here also. Here I'm cutting off the old junk fenders, and the fenders that I want to put on the trailer, the one outfit that I found that had the exact size and thickness of fenders I wanted was out of stock. So we had these old junk fenders at work, so I'm just going to cut them, modify them, just to put something on there temporarily until they get the fenders that I want. These particular fenders are 10-inch wide, which is okay, but they're only 16 gauge, which is much lighter than what I want to put on it. And they're actually a little too long. I need them just to be a little bit shorter. I'm sure there'll be some people wondering why is he not getting rid of the rust or anything on the trailer. I need the trailer. I have a couple things that I need to haul. When I bought the trailer, it was an opportunist purchase. Wasn't meant to be another big project. So I do in time plan on once I get the right fenders and everything, I'd love to get it all sandblasted and painted up nice. But for right now, I just need a working trailer. If you've followed my channel at all, you know that I picked up a big Monarch lathe, and I needed to get the trailer done where I could get the lathe hauled to work where I could pressure wash all the gunk off, and then I wanted to get the lathe in the shop, before weather started changing. Here I got 9,000 pound lathe sitting just inside of one fender, and I think it squatted about 1.5 inches. So with the nice heavy springs, it handles it no problem. And here I'm pressure washing. I believe it was almost 100-degree day that day when I was washing it. So everything dried out pretty quick. I want to thank my new subscribers again. I appreciate you taking the time to check out my videos. And the video's kind of coming to the end here. I think I got one more clip showing me getting an old safe back that I used to own. Here's a 7,000-pound safe sitting on my new to me trailer. Anyway, I appreciate you checking the channel out. Like and subscribe is always appreciated. Thank you.